What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave. And as you know, you could see clear as day that we are here once again for your pop culture one-stop shop. It is Nerd and the Jerk, and of course, I can't do this alone. I wouldn't want to do it alone. So joining me, as always, is the second half of this bi-weekly bro fest. It's the man that you should never push off a cliff because, as we know, bumbles bounce. It's the legendary comic, Jake Link. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on? Bumble like from Rudolph?
From Rudolph, yeah.
Okay, all right.
You got my reference.
All right.
I'm very happy. I was really worried that reference was going to fall flat, but
you,
like
sir,
a bumble.
You, sir, are my Charlie in the box.
I'll take it. I would take being the dentist. I would the little dentist elf. That's what I want to be. I want to be the dentist elf. So it's been about 2 weeks since we have come on here and talked about all the wonderful things.
And before it was 2 weeks. You're excited about the Cubs.
Uh-huh.
We in that 2 weeks we have a new president-elect.
That's right.
We
live in a Trump world.
Yeah. We live in a Trump world, and I have to say it's been very peaceful.
Well, yeah, right.
Nothing bad is nothing. Nobody's been upset.
No,
nobody's been protest. It's been very nice. And
everybody seems to be accepting. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, everybody says he won fair and square.
Right.
And
no controversy at all.
Nope. Everybody's happy. Oh, by the way, guys, and this is another week. I have my dog Franken. He's in here and stuff. So he's really upset because I'm not constantly feeding him treats.
It's kind of like me. It's like the dog version of me.
Yeah. So if you hear him bark, it's because I'm not constantly feeding him treats. So.
Well, you got to give that dog some. He's too cute. You got to give him some friggin'.
I know, but I don't want him to get diabetes.
We talked about who he looked like in the last one. I think I said, who did I say? I can't remember, but I know who he really looks like. He looks like Ed Asner. That's who he looks like. He looks like Ed Asner, man. This is the type of show this is going to be today. I've already referenced a 60-year-old cartoon, 70-year-old cartoon, and the fucking Mary Tyler Moore show. That's what I've referenced already today. It's going to be a banner day.
He looks more like Mickey from
You really
Rocky.
want to sell that one. You really?
I do. Yes. I could see him going up to like a young fighter dog. Going, you gotta crab thunder. You gotta eat thunder and crab lightning.
A fighter dog, what is he gonna break into Mike Vick's fucking compound and be like,
right,
"Listen to me, guys, we need an uprising."
But he used to be a fighter dog in his prime, but now he's an old pug.
That's right. So what's been going on with you, Jay? Has your house blown up? I mean, the world exploded over Trump. I mean, What's been going on? How are you dealing with it? Have you jumped off any bridges lately?
No. I mean, honestly, I've been saying to everybody, it's fine. Nothing's gonna change.
Nothing.
Everything is fine.
Except the economy going through a fucking big boost. Who thought that was gonna happen? Goddamn Dow and all that shit's going crazy right now. People are making money, lighting cigars with $100 bills. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, and everything's the business I'm in is driven by if people have money, just like any other business.
Usually, that's how businesses go.
And, I mean, but it's. I mean, if the housing people are buying houses, people are buying heating and cooling equipment, and vice versa. So,
yeah, not too many steno bums are fucking like heating up their cardboard boxes, I would assume.
Yeah. So I mean, when shit like that happens, it's good. So, hey, if everything is gonna happen, like if the stock's gonna keep going up, and also there's reports that Apple's gonna come back into America, and and have jobs and stuff like that, and bring back manufacturing. By all means, I'm all for it. So I mean. An iPhone's going to be like $2,000, but hey,
Because we cannot work as fast as the Chinese. It's just plain and simple.
Nope.
We're fat.
They
we're
have
bigger.
little hands.
Yeah, because they're 7. Most of them are 7.
Yeah.
That's little Ming Ling. Fucking, she's already smoking. Has a goddamn heroin addict and shit. She's 11 right now. It's terrible. It's awful. But I do think that there is some positive signs already. I really do. I think that, for one, no celebrities have left. That's the first thing I've noticed. So bullshit's being called out. I love that. Nobody's fucking left because nobody's going anywhere because everybody knows the rest of the world sucks worse than we do. Second, Trump does not seem to be already bumbling stuff like some people. There are some reports of like, oh, he bumbled this already, he bumbled that. He ain't bumbling shit. The only person who's really still complaining is Megyn fucking Kelly. Everybody else seems to be like, okay, our girl didn't win. And she didn't win because she's a woman. But other than that, like, it's starting to die out. And if people would just shut the fuck up and give Trump a chance, I think it's going to work out just fine. I think it's going to be working out just fine.
I think, I mean, and I keep on, like, I have a lot of LBGT, BLT friends, whatever.
I want a BLT now. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Jake.
I have a lot of BLT friends too. As LBGT.
Yeah, we're fat. We have a lot of BLT friends. MSG, BLT, fucking all that shit, man.
With high BMIs.
With very high BMIs. That's right.
And I said to one of them, I said, listen, the last thing you want is Trump to not succeed. The last thing you want is for him to get impeached. Because then you have Mike Pence waiting in the wings. Yeah. And everyone knows Mike Pence is a fucking maniac with this shit.
Mike Pence is okay. The reality of Mike Pence is a lot less alarming than the fiction behind Mike Pence. The story that you want to hear about Mike Pence, the story coming out of Indiana is, he's rounding up all the gays, man. He's making them go to conversion camps. No, that's simply not fucking true. Reality is, if you read what Mike Pence's fucking stances truly is, he is in support of the option of having a conversion camp. It's his religious belief that gays can be cured by going to conversion camp. That's stupid, but it is an opinion.
Edgar Martinez. The bacon, lettuce, and tomato community deserves respect.
BLT lives matter, man. I'm telling you.
That's right.
Oh, God, I'm too hungry to be talking about food, Jake. I'm way too hungry.
Tracy, make me a BLT.
God damn it.
We don't have any of the ingredients for it.
Not to the one store. Of them.
Not one. We don't have lettuce, tomato, or bacon.
What about bread? You don't have bacon. I find that hard to believe. You look like you eat a lot of swine. I'm sorry. If I had to guess,
I do.
A lot of swine's going in your mouth.
Well, in New Jersey, there's a breakfast meat that we have. It's a pork roll. It's like bacon and Canadian. It's like a bacon, like a Canadian bacon and like a ham combination kind of. It's only really served here in New Jersey. It's not It's very common, like in New Jersey, Philadelphia, that area. But it's called pork roll or Taylor ham, depending on where you're from.
We have a breakfast meat here in Germany. It's called bread. That's all you get for breakfast. Many different types of bread. That's it.
Really?
Oh yeah, my God, it's bread city here. Yeah, it's crazy. The different types of breads that you can get. Bakeries will kill you here. You think you're fat now, Jake. You come visit me in Germany, and you will leave here about 40 pounds heavier. If you like breakfast, you're fucked. Because you go to these bakeries, and it's just wonderful. It's just bread for miles, and they're all reasonably priced.
I picture you like Homer Simpson, and when they said, yes, we're from the land of chocolate.
The land of chocolate.
I just picture you like that, and running through and doing all that.
That's what I was doing. I'm not going to lie, man. When I got up over 350, it was because I was eating like bread. Basically, if I was sitting up, I was probably having a piece of bread in my hand. Rolls, fucking all kinds of pastries, many different baguettes, all kinds of different types of bread. Perchin, that's our little rolls that we have here. It's amazing. It doesn't stop. It's crazy. And you can put all kinds of wonderful things on there, like bacon and and slathering type options. It's just, yes, so you can slather things on it. It's amazing. It's amazing. But hey, it is what it is. So, Jake, my friend, my buddy, my comedian pal.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. You and I, we have a little bit of disagreement on Saturday Night Live, where Saturday Night Live has, you still think it's funny. I tend to not. But I think there's one thing you and I can both agree on. What happened last Saturday night might have been the best episode of Saturday Night Live in the past 15 years. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought every segment hit. I thought everything seemed well written. Everything was relatively well acted. And it all had to do with Dave friggin' Chappelle. So as a comedian, what did you think of Dave Chappelle's performance and the Saturday Night Live as a whole?
I think obviously it was great. I think it was probably right up there with like some of the greater ones. I think his opening monologue was hysterical.
I thought it was brilliant.
As a lot of comedians who come on and do an opening monologue, like Louis C.K., Chris Rock, they always do it really well.
Yeah.
And yeah,
because that's what they do.
Also, yeah. And speaking of Chris Rock, he actually was a special guest on this.
Yes, he did.
Episode. The first skit was, I mean, there wasn't that many skits, but it was definitely quality over quantity, because so the skits were kind of long, and he the opening skit with everybody watching the debate. I mean, not the debate, the
election process,
the result,
yes.
The election process, and saying, well, yeah, I mean, Hillary could still win Wisconsin. And then I think, to quote Dave Chappelle, don't anybody, he goes, yeah, there must be 100,000 niggas in Green Bay ready to vote.
Right. It was so good. Honestly, Saturday Night Live felt like an extended episode of the Chappelle Show. That's what it felt like.
And he did the Walking Dead with all the Chappelle characters, and I kept on saying to my brother-in-law, I was like, he's gonna bring back Clayton Bigsby. He has to.
He did.
For what's going on. He goes, no, he's not, because he can't say the N word with the ER in it.
Oh, yes, he can.
No. He's like, I'm like, he's going to bring back. If he does not bring back Clayton Bigsby, then that's a shame on the writers. Shame on the writers for not, if they didn't bring back Clayton Bigsby. If they didn't bring back Clayton Bigsby, I would personally, my comedian friend who is a writer on the show, Dave Cyrus, I would call him up and Facebook message him, tweet him, whatever, and tell him that he needs that. Why was not Clayton?
They fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up. But you know what? They managed to get all of his characters into the show.
They did. They got a lot of the big ones. They didn't get. I wish they would have found a way to get Prince. If Prince would have been alive, I'm pretty sure they would have done the Prince. But he's dead, so it would have been a little bit of bad taste to do that. Or Rick James, too, would have been good. Rick James has been dead a while. I think they could have got away with Rick James. But other than that, man, that Walking Dead spoof, that is one of the best segments to Saturday Night Live. I'm talking like in its history. It's like top 25, 30 segments, man. Yeah. That was phenomenal because that was just pure Chappelle show. If you like the Walking Dead, you saw Dave Chappelle he became a version of Negan, and he really nailed Negan there. The mannerisms, the way it was really wonderfully done. Seeing all those characters, Tyrone Biggins, everything. It was just, the ending of it was a little slapsticky, you know, when his head.
Yeah.
But that was, even that didn't bother me. I loved it. I was so impressed with Dave Chappelle.
His opening monologue was. I mean, and you kind of knew SNL was gonna be good because, you know, the election, and I think a lot of these satirical comedy, you know, like The Daily Show and all them, and they all thrive off every 4 years for an election. This is like, you know, top notch. They get the best viewers, most you know, sponsors and stuff, just because of you know, Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that SNL can be somewhat liberal leaning at times. And this show definitely had that. The beginning of it with the fucking...
This is also the same. They had Donald Trump host.
Yeah, no, they did.
They had him. He hosted before everything. Before he really started
skewering him with fucking Baldwin though for a long time. They've been really hammering him with that. But the beginning of Saturday Night Live kind of bugged me. The Hallelujah shit with the chick who looked like fucking Hillary Clinton, dressed like Hillary Clinton. I was like, that's a little bit. I was like, punch her in the face.
That was the tribute to the guy that wrote that song.
Yeah,
because he died.
Yes, but it was it was certainly...
the opening monologue should be funny, and I know after the Paris bombings, I think they had Cecily Strong come up and say something, and then she said something in French, and I don't think they did an opening like a comedic opening monologue. Yeah. But I mean, I just hate after this election, everybody's acting like since Hillary lost that it's the end of the world and everybody should be sad, and no
one can laugh.
No, yeah. I'm like, come on, you still live in America. I mean, come on, dude. It's not like you live in Canada or something,
Some third world country like Canada. The funny thing is...
Canada's like a 2.5 world country.
The only time people give a fuck about this stuff is when there's not even every election. It's when there's a controversial election, which, to be fair, we've had for like the last 3 or 4,
this wasn't even controversial.
This might be the most controversial one in history because of who was involved. Hey, look, it was a reality TV star and a goddamn criminal. It was a fairly goddamn controversial.
I think Bill Burr said it best. That, listen, this is great. Like, you had a guy who thought Shawn Michaels or Cyndi Lauper should be in charge of a company that doesn't exist. And it's funny, I said something similar to that like 2 weeks ago. This is the guy that fired Gary Busey because he couldn't,
Bill Burr said a lot of funny things. He told everyone to calm down when he went on Conan.
Yeah, that's pretty much and I said nothing's gonna happen. Everything's fine.
He's like, what did Obama do? Did Obama come and fucking make you a sandwich? No, you made your own sandwiches. The reality is, most of this stuff does not affect you on a daily basis. It just doesn't. The college kids, these snowflakes, they like to imagine that they live in a world where every political decision affects them on a daily basis. But the reality is it doesn't. The only time it does is when you're making it happen. You are making not only your life more difficult, but the people around you. Why? Because you want to make a statement. Get the fuck over yourselves.
No.
Jesus. If that's fine. One thing I think we can take away from this election, Jake, is people sorely need to get the fuck over themselves. You know who really... The Young Turks. You want to get really mad? Go watch... There's this Young Turks thing. It's a clip of them having meltdowns for 25 minutes. It's like the best moments from as they're watching and reacting to Trump slowly winning the election. It is magnificent to see these assholes get absolutely fucking riled and make every excuse in the book. They need to get the fuck over themselves. I'm going insane here.
Everything's gonna be fine. Like I said, we still live in the top 10 country in the world.
I would say so. Top 5, man. No, the reality is the United States of America. I don't give a fuck that poll that says Germany is the best. No, it's not. I live here. Trust me, it's not true. The best place in the world to live is still the United States. There might be some downsides to it, but the reality is you're not leaving if you live there. Unless you're independently wealthy. And if you're independently wealthy, guess what? It doesn't matter anyway, because you're going to be fine no matter where the fuck you live.
You could be living in a hut in Ethiopia. That hut will have air conditioning and you'll have all the food,
The nicest mud to make that hut would have been fucking made available
That's
to
right.
you.
Imported rhino mud.
That's right. Keeps away the flies is what it does. People don't know that, but it does. But you know what? To tie it back into Dave Chappelle and Saturday Night Live, I think Dave Chappelle did a fantastic job of diffusing so much of that tension because he didn't go completely liberal on it. He is a rather liberal guy as far as his political ideology. I mean, he almost didn't back Hillary before he realized, wait a second, I still want a fucking career, and Hollywood's run by fucking liberals and Democrats.
So. I like his when he said he goes, I made all this money, and then all of a sudden Obama's like, well, you're gonna have to take some. Oh shit.
I'm gonna see how this tax break works out. This is wonderful, man.
Like you said, I find myself saying things to people that you never thought I would say, like, sorry, the balloon only fits 4.
That's right.
I was like,
What Dave Chappelle did was he showed that not only is he still one of the most socially relevant comedians maybe ever, but this guy needs to be back on TV now. He needs to go back to the Chappelle show. He needs to get another sketch something. It needs to happen. Yeah. I mean, do you think that this was he's gotten so much buzz from this? Do you think there's a possibility of Dave Chappelle returning to television?
I think he's going to let us stew a little bit. I think he's going to let the public stew. I don't think he's going to do it right away. I think he's going to just kind of wait it out. I mean, maybe there's probably networks slewing over him,
Oh, money is got to be getting money like taped to hookers have got to be getting thrown through his windows right now. It's got to be insane. Because Saturday Night Live drew huge numbers.
Saturday Night Live ends at like 12:15. By like 12:30, his phone was just filled with freaking text messages from networks. Probably
has to be. And I bet Comedy Central was in there too. I bet Comedy
Central had to be in there.
Had to be. They have a relationship. Look, we'll never know exactly what happened with Dave Chappelle. Look, Dave Chappelle's own story has changed over the years of what happened with that whole situation. The one thing that he says is that he's always remained constant with is he felt that people stopped laughing with him and they were laughing at him and he couldn't get past that. He seems to be over that now. And right now is the time when we need someone like Dave Chappelle. Because there are a lot of people who are making sketch comedy. But Dave Chappelle did it good. He did it really good.
I mean, come on. Like that first episode with Clayton Bigsby, that freaking changed.
It pushed limits, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's the perfect guy to come back to television under a Trump presidency. When you think about it, Dave Chappelle in 2004, 2005, when the Chappelle Show came on, it kicked open fucking doors in a non-politically correct way. It was like sketch comedy had gotten a little bit soft at that point. We didn't see a lot of things that were really pushing the envelope. Everyone got real complacent. The PC agenda was there. It didn't just crop up now. It's been there. And he said, fuck it. I am going to show you guys exactly what sketch comedy should be. And I don't think there's no boundaries.
There's one skit that I don't think gets talked about enough. And it's a white family with a very unique last name.
N-I-G-G-A-R. It's the nigger family. Yeah. That's so good. It's so brilliant. It's so brilliant.
I died laughing when he said, "Oh, please, Mr. N-word." Mr. N-word.
It was so good. And there's so many, even when he didn't get overly racial, like as far as like the words, when he had John Mayer play guitar at random places, not just in black places, but on the streets, to different venues. And then when he went into the black barber shop and then he pulled out Questlove and stuff, it was so good. It was just like, I miss Dave Chappelle and I want him back. That's what Saturday Night Live did. It made me realize how much I miss Dave Chappelle. He's fucking great. He's one of my favorite comedians of all time. He really is. He's up in my top 10 list. By the time he dies, I think he'll probably be on my Mount Rushmore. He's
definitely, I think a lot of black, white, Asian, everybody likes Dave Chappelle. And I don't really know that many people who don't like him. And
white people like him because he gave us an excuse to say the N-word. Because now like I said it all the time to my friends and shit. Be like,
it's funny, you know what? The nigger family skit. There's an auto body place that we pass all the time, It's called Nurgers.
Oh God.
And I always say that when we're driving past it, I always try and find a way to say to Tracy, he's like, Tracy, you're acting like such a nurger right now.
What the fuck? But it's just, what I liked about it was he made it okay. Not okay as in tolerable, but okay as in acceptable. Like it just, there was no, you didn't feel scared to watch it in a crowd of black or white people.
Yeah, you don't like do like the whole head turn and you know.
Look, I can make a perfect comparison. I remember I was 19, no, I was 20 years old because it was during my tour, my first tour. I brought Blazing Saddles down to the Mortars room. And it was all black platoon, every single one of them. But I hung out with them, you know, because I'm cool like that. So I bring in Blazing Saddles, and because I don't know why I thought it'd be a good idea. Almost none of them.
Was it either that or American History X?
Oh, no, I wasn't doing that. I knew better than that. But I did this, and none of them had seen it. And it was just like, I did not get a good reaction. But then about a month or two, maybe a year, it might have been a full year later because we were still on the deployment, Chappelle show, you know, and all this stuff. I just remember not that long after that, we're watching Chappelle show stuff. We're seeing this, and everybody's laughing, and they're okay with it. Even though, you know, a lot of the stuff that happened within Blazing Saddles, it was a black man doing it. Granted, it was written by a white Jew, but still, usually that's okay. It was just, it's very remarkable to me that Dave Chappelle was a gap bridger. He bridged gaps.
So you think Dave Chappelle is exactly what Martin Luther King wanted?
Exactly. He is the dream. Dave Chappelle.
I have a dream that one day black boys and little white boys and black girls all sit around and say the N-word to each other, and everything will be fine.
Absolutely. It's not even about saying the N-word. It's about making it comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, even watching it, saying it, whatever, not having fear hearing the word, whites or blacks. I mean, that's what he did. It was a very short period of time, but he did do that. Now, it's possible I'm overthinking a little bit. I am one to do. But I do believe that at this time right now, we need a guy who can be that bridge between all this bullshit. That's what I'm hoping.
And that's going to be Jake Link.
Yeah, right. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, I can't even respond to that.
Jake Link in Real Talk.
That's right. Jake Link and Real Talk doing work together.
That's right. We're gonna
humanity.
We're just gonna take a lot of pictures of us shaking hands.
Yeah, and you guys could take turns. You could take turns kissing the other's ethnicity's babies. It'd be wonderful. It'd be fantastic.
That's right.
I think it's a great idea.
Maybe
you can even take a black mistress. We already know Jay's already got the banging white women thing down. We know that. But he's in Vegas. There's a good possibility Real Talk is balls deep in a white woman right now.
Real Talk has probably been at least 3 or 4 of those girls' bucket list. That's right.
Daddy, I'm going to this hip hop concert. I'll be back next week. Hope you don't mind. Denise, no!
No! Oh, he's not in here right now.
No, he's not. Of course he's not. I'll hear about this later. Don't worry. You know, he can only hear it. He can't see it right now, so that's good. The hip hop cyclops that is Jay Davis. It's fucking amazing.
What was I called? I call him Jay Charles. Jay Charles.
Oh my god. All right. So, moving on a little bit here. The Dave Chappelle thing is great, but there's also other reasons to not be so down in the dumps, because we got some great shit coming on here. And I'm not just talking about Thanksgiving, which is every fat guy's favorite holiday. Not because of that. We want the food. Give us the food. But it's what happens right after, and because of the internet right now. I'm talking about holiday shopping, bitches. People have extra money, man. All kinds of extra money right now. Everyone's getting a little bit of dinero. And we have a lot of ways to spend that money. And the holidays is a unique time, man. It's when the toys get the big push and memories happen. Everybody can remember when they got that toy when they were 7 years old, the one they were waiting for, whether it be a Pet Rock or Mr. Potato Head or an Atari or a Game Boy, whatever the case may be. You have those memories. Even if it's a Red Ryder BB gun, you have those memories. And this year, we might have the greatest of all, Jake. This year we have the Hatchimal. We have Hatchimals, Jake. What the fuck is a Hatchimal, Jake? Explain this to me.
Well, it's funny because it's this toy. It's kind of like they've combined a Furby and like a nano pet or a Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi, yeah.
All into one thing. But not only is it those things, you have to hatch it, and you have to do these things to try and hatch it.
You have to sit on it? I would love to sit on it. I want to be able to tell your kids to sit on this. Sit on the egg.
Yeah. You got to throw it in the tub. No,
can you imagine
you
news stories now? Like if some wide-ass person got on that and went up inside of them. Yeah, we have a breaking news at 11. We have a Hatchimal stuck in a fat guy's ass.
You throw it in the microwave for 25 minutes.
That's right.
No. Well, you got to do like all these things, like pat it, rub it, do this, do that, and then think of it like as hatching a Pokemon egg, but like without the walking. You have to do all this, and then when you do it, the eggs start the animal starts to like undo the egg.
Starts Jurassic Parking its way out, yeah.
And then the egg comes, and then like you train it to do other stuff and like to talk, and yeah. And I actually asked you and Terry the availability, because right now in the States, these things are like nowhere in stores. People have bought them all up, and they're selling them like for
which always happens. Always happens.
Yeah, it's a $50 toy. Right now, if you look on eBay, they're going for like $300.
They're everywhere here. They're fucking everywhere here.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's just because they're not. We don't have like Black Friday and shit like that here in the stores. We don't have because we don't have a Thanksgiving. We don't really have that. People go shopping when they want to go shopping. Germans are very direct, and so we don't really have a supply and demand issue here because people aren't retarded, and it's pretty amazing. So we have them everywhere, and they stay at the €60 price range. But if they talk, then this isn't going to work for you because guess what? It's in Deutsch, and I don't want.
I don't want from my nephew. My nephew will start talking German.
I don't want that. Yeah, I do not want that to happen, Jake. I do not want you to like start cussing me out and be like, my fucking nephew, he said that it told him to like throw a Jew in an oven. I'm like, no, that was not the fucking point of a Hatchimal. And because they're closely related to the Furby, I am worried that they might be satanic because I'm still convinced that Furbies are fucking satanic.
I always wanted to write a short story or even about a family that moves into a house and it goes into an attic and there's a Furby in there, and the Furby starts saying all the details of a murder or something like that. And all of a sudden, the Furby brings the light, and then all of a sudden the murderer murders the family or something.
It sounds like an R.L. Stein book. It sounds like a fucking Goosebumps novel, man.
Yeah, but it was like, no, the axe, shit like that.
As long as it's not trying to like turn you gay, like one of them did. Remember that? Like one of them allegedly said "faggot in the butthole." The yellow one. I'm not even making this shit up. I swear to God. It did. Jake, you're no selling me here, but they did. I'm telling you, that yellow one, it did. It's a faggot in the butthole. I'm telling you.
Somebody trained it to say that.
No, it was naturally fucking, it said it.
Or, you know what? It was probably born that way.
There you go. See, Lurking Ion's with me. She said she had a possessed Furby. They were all evil, man. They were all evil. We got Furbies because of the goddamn treasure trolls. I mean, treasure trolls what really started the whole weird hair fucking movement thing.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, let's just cover it all in fucking hair.
That's a big deal now. And obviously, right now, another big thing is the Nintendo Classic Mini.
Oh God, man, people are losing
You
their
cannot,
minds over this.
yeah, they're just that's just as bad. And I'm like, I have an NES.
Mhm.
I don't use because I use the Retron. I'm like contemplating selling it
Yeah,
because right now it's kind of like a strike while the iron's hot type deal.
you would think.
Because people's like, oh, I can't get this, but this guy's selling one for $75. So
I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. I got to be honest. When
I didn't think
saw
so
it,
either. Nah.
I was like, okay, this might be cool, but everybody could do this on emulation, and there's a million fucking systems out there to do this. But there's something about this. Yeah. It's done so well. It's beautifully done. It looks cool. Apparently, it plays really well. You got to get a different controller from what I'm reading, but it's supposedly just awesome. And I'm like, I fucking want one. Someone get me one of these things. I want one.
See, I have. Let me see if I can show. This it's still a bunch of wires and shit. But can you see the Retron?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right here?
Holy shit.
Yeah, this plays Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega.
That looks like a fucking nightmare. It looks like something from like Frankenstein's Fuckfest. It's awful. Oh my God, it's terrifying looking.
Yeah, but it's cool,
You got double penetration video games. You got fucking one in the mouth, one in the butt there. That's terrifying.
That's right. Like, this is what Martin Luther King wanted. I dream of a system. One day you could play Sega and Super Nintendo, and Sonic and Mario will hold hands.
So that thing has 3 holes. It can play 3 different games. Oh, yeah. So that means it's the shocker of fucking video. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink type deal. It's fucking awful, man. It's fucking awful.
No, it's hey, it's great. I mean,
terrifying.
It was $75, and I played 3 systems. You could get my own controllers, and
and you get to buy games. That means you get to still blow in games. Remember the classic.
It's not as bad.
Well, still, sometimes I would just do it just because. I just put my shirt over.
Do it just force of habit.
It feels good.
It brings me back.
It does. It feels really good. But there's a lot of toys this year that are getting a lot of love and notoriety. Let's go through a couple of them, man. There's a few. This
is the reason why I spent like $25 on this.
On what?
Yeah, you don't see it?
No, I don't have my screen. Hold on. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade game.
Oh yeah,
you paid $25 for that?
Yeah, I did, and you look on eBay. That's how much it goes for.
Good God, man!
I mean, the game is like for Nintendo, it's still like
it's a good game.
Top stuff.
Yeah, it's a great game. I agree.
But Candy said that's because Jake likes blowing stuff.
You do like blowing stuff. That's true. There's a lot of really cool stuff that's coming out this year. There's the Pokemon Z Ring Interactive set. I mean, they're smart enough to take part in this whole Pokemon Go and Pokemon Sun Moon, which dropped today, by the way, phenomenon, which is really smart. Anything Pokemon's going to sell. But Nerf is back in a big way. Have you seen this fucking remote controlled drone blaster?
I have seen that.
Oh my God, it's really terrifying. Cool.
Yeah.
It's like somebody fucking took the base off of Johnny 5 and put a goddamn gun on it. It's badass.
It looks like it should be defusing a bomb.
It does. The Terra Scout remote control drone blaster, and the remote's got a goddamn screen on it, so you can see where you're going and shit. This is crazy. That's some high tech nerfing, man. $200 though, you rich sons of bitches.
That's right.
It's fucking crazy. There's one, and I wish I had the picture up. It's a board game, and I highly recommend everybody go check out this board game. It's called Speak Out, okay? And it looks absolutely horrifying. From the makers of Hellraiser, there's this goddamn weird mouthpiece that you put in that stretches your face and mouth all the way open. It's either from a really sick porn or Hellraiser. It is terrifying. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to like try and speak and...
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like something that would be found in a dentist's office.
It's exactly what it is. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me see if I can get this to work here. I'm gonna get this pic. Yeah, I'm gonna put this up here. This is terrifying. This is not even like I would never let my daughter play with this. Just never. The ramifications are. Look at this shit. This is craziness. Here's the picture. Look at you. Judge for yourselves. Look at this thing. Look at how their mouths are stretched out. It's like this is really bad. I can understand why. Just play Chubby Bunny. Just play fucking Chubby Bunny. Get marshmallows. It's a lot cheaper. That's awful. Holy God. You'll be able to see it in a sec, Jake.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting. I'll see it. I'll bring it up. Don't worry. No, I mean, Pie Face was a popular game last year.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. I saw that. It's
fucked up.
It just seems like the American Dental Association is going to be all over this game. That's all I can say.
There's going to be a lot of perverts all over this game. Well, now that we got that piece in, what else can we do? Yeah. Drones. Yeah. Drones are taking over the world right now, man.
Oh, drones are been. Yeah.
But now it's like they're smart enough to where I don't know why this is a thing, but there's this set out right now with a first-person view headset. It's virtual reality and a drone, and they got the price down to where it's like $130 for the entire set. And essentially, it's like the Google Cardboard thing, but it's a much nicer version. You stick your phone in it, I guess, and you're controlling your drone, in your hands, but you're also like looking through your. It's fucking crazy, man. Why is this necessary?
Just people just. Toys. That's why is anything. It's all ridiculous. But my question to you is, growing up, what was probably the best Christmas gift you ever got?
See, that's the question that we ultimately we're going to be getting to, right? Because that is the thing. Like, what's not only your best gift that you ever got, but what's the greatest Christmas toys of all time? For me, one of the ones I remember, one of my earliest ones that I remember, I got the original, and I had to be like maybe 4, maybe 5. I can't remember. I got the original Ghostbusters Proton Pack. And I lost my fucking mind. It's one of my earliest memories. I remember it is ridiculous. It was fucking insane. I had an original Teddy Ruxpin, but I was 2 when I got it, so I don't remember it. But I had the Teddy Ruxpin.
I had that too.
People were like beating each other in the streets over Teddy Ruxpin. That's fucking crazy.
I had mine. There was 2. I'll start off with like the lesser one, and the of the 2, because when my grandmother got me a pull string Pee Wee Herman doll.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes. She said this is the only time she ever went out on Black Friday. Oh. And she got me this fucking doll. And I, like an idiot, like years and years later, I was going through stuff, and I was curious to see what made them talk.
Oh, no.
And I opened them up.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Those are going for a pretty penny nowadays.
I know.
They become quite a collector's item.
It was like a little record, just so anyone knows, so you don't make the same mistake. And then
fucking love Pee Wee. And
then my dad got me a go-kart.
An actual go-kart.
An actual go-kart.
Like not like a pedal thing, like a real fucking go-kart.
Nope. A go-kart with an engine.
How old were you?
I was like 11.
Is it bad that I hate you a little bit right now? Because that's amazing.
He played it off. Well, also, like, one year I got a dirt bike.
What the fuck? You rich son of a bitch.
Not really. My dad was very generous.
Did he steal these things? Where did he get them from?
He just saved them. Well, the dirt bike technically was supposed to be for Christmas, but I saw my parents bringing it in. Mm-hmm. And it was a little Honda 50, the dirt bike. So it wasn't like, and it was used, so it wasn't
dirt bike.
Yeah, I know.
Don't be a dirt bike snob. It was only a 150.
Yeah, it was only a Honda 50. Yeah,
a Honda 50 too. Depending on the year, that's getting really popular right now too.
I was 8 years old when we got that.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I was like 11 with the go-kart. My dad got like a tool set or something. He goes, Jake, can you go put this in the shed? I'm like, I don't feel like. He's like, Jake, go put this in the shed. I'm like, all right. So I go in there. They're like behind me, and I open up the shed, and there's the fucking go-kart. I'm like, holy shit.
You don't want to react too crazily because you don't want to like ruin this.
I was like,
is it for me?
I was like, I'm like, what? And and I'm like, is this mine? And he's like, yeah. He's like, here, and he gave me a helmet, and he said, go driving around.
Oh wow.
And like, I fucking, everybody's playing with the remote control cars on Christmas Day. What do?
You're running those remote control cars over, man. You're smashing them.
Right down the road, and then like we drove it down to the beach. Oh, it was great.
That is pretty great. I really don't like you right now. I'm very upset.
I listen. I had a lot of people upset.
I'm sure you did.
I had a lot of people upset with me because a lot of people were thinking they were getting go-karts for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
A lot of my friends, I want a go-kart. And then all of a sudden, I fucking drive up to their house. This thing went like around, for a while, it would go up to 30. And then I think after there was a certain amount, they took the governor off and this thing went fucking 60 miles an hour.
Shit.
So 12-year-old fucking me on a fucking beach.
Just tearing it up, man. Just ripping shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So, yeah.
Now that I think about it a little bit more, I think the Proton Pack is always going to be a big one, but I think I remember one that was even bigger for me. Because my mom I remember this story because the only reason why I got this is because my mom hit her first royal flush on a video poker machine in Las Vegas. It's the only reason. It was the first year we moved to Las Vegas. It's the only reason why I got one. But do you remember what the hottest toy of 1991 was?
Was it the Nintendo?
The original Nintendo Game Boy brick. The fucking Game Boy brick, man.
Wow.
People were like, they were throwing bricks at each other to get that motherfucker. And my mom got one for me. And
wow.
It blew my fucking... I was like 9. Blew my balls off. It was insane. I remember that. And the only game I had for like 3 months is the same game everybody fucking had.
Tetris,
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Tetris. Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was great. And then, like I got bikes and stuff for like my birthday and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. And,
what do you think's the most annoying Christmas hot gift of all time? Is it Tickle Me Elmo? I think for me, it's got to be up there.
Cabbage Patch doll. I just don't see the appeal why they were so popular.
You know what, Jake? Those motherfuckers caused riots. I mean, like,
there
are still videos of like fucking people.
They didn't do anything.
They were adorable. They had adoption paperwork, Jake. They were magical.
Yeah.
People.
So you could have just made. I just never saw it. Like the appeal behind the Cabbage Patch doll.
Real simple. They were babies that grew from a fucking garden. How could you not be excited about that? That's
but
amazing.
like, did they really did you plant them and then grow them? Like,
no. Compared
to what's out today and even in the late 90s, like it's a shit toy.
I found over here at I used to do a lot of yard sales and stuff like that. I found over here there's the Cabbage Patch Kids, but in 1976 came out another variation. It was something beans. It was I can't remember what it's called. It's in the other room. I don't want to get up. And it's this little jarred baby. And it's something beans. It's a green package. It's fucking incredible. It really is. It's magnificent.
A jarred baby.
Yes, it's like a jarred baby.
What beans. The hell?
I can't remember.
You know what? You were talking about how great German food is, but when you have things like jarred baby.
You want to take some calls and see what some people's favorite?
Yeah. Let's.
All right, cool. Let's start with the Snooze Meister.
Lost you.
Just for a minute, yeah. The Skype's doing all kinds of weird stuff.
Oh, Sousa.
Snooza, what's your favorite Christmas toy of all time?
I don't know. A motorcycle.
What the fuck, dude? You got a motorcycle?
Did you get a motorcycle?
Did you get a motorcycle for Christmas?
Yeah.
What kind of motorcycle?
Yamaha.
Yamaha what?
I don't know.
You didn't get one. That's why you don't know.
Shit.
Well, my dad did. So.
Yeah, but you didn't get one. My dad got herpes. Doesn't mean that I have them.
I'm just kidding, Dave. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so apparently you didn't want to talk about our topic. What do you have?
I want to talk about Saturday Night Live, but you didn't accept my call earlier.
No, because our show doesn't revolve around you. I know that's hard to believe, but what's your thoughts on Saturday Night Live, real quick, Snooze?
Yeah. Let's see. What you gotta say.
I can't wait until tonight's one with Kristen Wiig.
Oh,
really? That's all
really?
You have to say?
It's not even having anything to do with Dave Chappelle. Get out of here. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, right. You know what I want to get K Sosa a fucking
restraining order.
Yeah, restraining order or a fucking Toastmasters goddamn gift certificate. Learn how to keep a conversation going.
Oh, fuck, man. I almost feel like I'm about to go into that Planes, Trains, and Automobiles thing where Steve Martin yells at fucking John Candy about, like, sometimes it's good to have a point to your stories. It makes it a lot easier for people to listen to. Oh, my God, how great would that be?
I like how he lied. Just motorcycle.
Yamaha,
what kind?
a ZX 527. All right, joining us now is the talented, the beautiful, the lovely, the astonishing. She's the one who made the brand new graphic for Dead on Dave Productions. It's amazing. It's SparxyDriod. What's going on, Sparksy?
Hey, guys.
What's up?
I just want to say, well, favorite toy, or I guess it's not really a favorite toy. My favorite gift, I guess, I've gotten for Christmas was it was when I was 13, my first ever drawing pad to plug into my computer. Best thing I've ever received in my life.
Oh, nice.
See, she's relatively young. Well, not relatively. She is young. She's much younger than us, so she got a cool Christmas present. Like, even when she was 5, that was only 15 years ago. That means that we're talking like, I got an iPad. Yeah, she was, that's what, like, she was getting iPhones and shit.
We were getting sticks with hoops.
Hey, I did not have a smartphone until last year, so don't you even start with that with me, okay?
But why? Why didn't you have one, though? That's the bigger question.
We couldn't afford it. It'd be nice.
No, okay. Well, no, I was wondering. Some people just get them out of it. They can afford them, but they just don't. Wait a second. How do you, like, they give them away with contracts for like $30 a month?
Yeah.
Like, if my broke ass, and I'm poor as fuck, keep in mind, I have a Galaxy S6. I mean, there's no excuses. They'll give them to you.
We were on AT&T, and my dad's stingy, so it's like, get the smallest deal possible.
I forgot you're in the States, too. It's different. Germany is like, Europe is a lot different.
What state are you in?
I'm in Michigan.
Michigan? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why. Smartphone just came available to them.
Yeah,
great.
That's right.
Yeah, in the middle of the woods out here, it's hard to get any reception.
You might get it stolen. Eminem might come over and take it from you.
Nerd in the Jerk is her way into pop culture world.
That's right. Hey, you got to be careful because either Kid Rock or fucking Eminem's going to come steal it from you. It's not good.
Great.
Or the Insane Clown Posse.
That's right. ICP, bitches.
Yeah.
That's right.
Jesus.
Abracadabra, boom shaka day, I'm Violent J, and I'm back like a
vertebrae. Yes! Yes!
Now, I have a question. You did Dave's artwork, right? Very, very good job. But I have one critique.
Ah, fuck.
Is it about him not being fat? Because I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I tried to make him fat. I'm not good at drawing fat people.
You tried to make him...
Oh, wait a second. What did you do? Wait. Hold on. Back it up. What was your reason, Sparksy? You just said because you're not good at drawing fat people? Because that's not the reason you told me. The reason she gave me was beautiful.
I just like the way that I draw people who are bigger, such as yourself. I make them husky. I don't make them just like fat rolls. I make them husky. That's what I do. And you are husky. You are not very fat. You are husky. There's a difference.
Yes, but see, this is different than the conversation because when
But that's
She
how I
first-
explained it to you. And this is how I
No,
see it.
that's
how I
not
see
true. That's not true. Check this out. When I got the original sketch, the first criticism I made was it was too skinny. Do you know what this lovely woman said to me? I swear to God, she said this. She wrote this. She said, I draw people the way that I see them, and that's how I see you. Now I get her on the air. It's like, I can't draw fat people.
No, because people are no, because
I don't
I've been
fat
thinking-
shame in my drawings.
No, I get told this every. Tommy even said something about this. I'm like, it's like I can draw people the way I see them, and it's like I drew you husky because I see you as husky. I don't draw you as fat. I draw you as husky. There's a difference.
I understand that, but when the way you
sounds
explained
like-
it the
I'm sorry
first
that I
time,
just said it. The way I said it is
it
wrong.
was
and I
so
apologize.
beautiful, and I was so touched the way you said it.
And that was it.
Now this one, it's like, I can't draw the fats. Those fats are tough to draw. It's
I'm
difficult.
sorry, I didn't mean for it to come out that way.
Okay.
I get tired of
I
hearing
want-
that over and over.
All right. I want you to draw. I want you to. You don't have to. Only if you want to. Draw like the same way you did for Dave. Draw that of me. So I'm curious to see what you think that I look like in your head.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm looking at you like a picture of you right now. I'm looking at you on stream, so it's like I can do it if I can. It's just it takes a little bit.
You need to pay this woman. You need to pay her. She does
you
this
need
for
to
a
pay her?
living. You need to pay her.
Oh, she
I
does.
did this.
Oh.
I did this out of the kindness of my heart for Dave. There's a difference.
Oh.
But you, motherfucker, you need to pay. Host,
No, it's like I do
co-host.
fan
You
art
have
and
a
I do
co
commissions.
behind your
There's no-
name. You need to pay.
I don't want to
No,
know what I look like in her image that bad.
I only asked for $5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, she said the same thing to me. I was like, oh, that's not so bad. I can do that. I'll
That's
take
not
3.
so bad. You know.
I'll take 3 or 4. It's wonderful. Can you
That'd be a
have one
great
where I'm
Christmas
holding a
gift.
sword?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do have to say one
And
thing.
I just
though,
got a
about
haircut, so this is great.
Go ahead, Sparksy.
I did want to say the toys that you were naming off, the fucking Hatchimals. Oh my! You realize how long it takes for those things to hatch, right?
No.
25 minutes.
10 to 40. It depends on what you do with it. You have to interact with the egg.
She's an expert too, man. She knows all this
I
shit.
will be.
No,
taking
I
my
looked it
Sawzall
up, and
to-
it's like, I looked it up, and I was like, hold up, 10 to 40 minutes. So a kid is going to be sitting there in the morning. They have to rip it out of all the plastic packaging and bullshit, all the zip ties. So you're going to have to set it down, and for 10 to 40 minutes, you're going to be sitting there, like, petting the egg. And do you think that's not creepy or something?
Soccer time, dude. We're gonna play soccer with it. That's what we're
yeah,
gonna do.
Sawzall.
Put
Put it in a the metal blades right through it.
The thing is, it is really just a Furby with an egg. That's all it is. It's all
And the
it is.
names are stupid. By the way, these names are fucking retarded. They're just like,
I mean, I've seen weirder toys, so it's like,
oh, there's definitely
That's-
weirder toys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
no, if you ever get the chance, and I don't know, I'm guessing everybody's seen Teletubbies, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
There was a knockoff version that was made good few years ago. It was called Boobas.
Oh, maybe it was
Oh,
Teletubbies
yeah, I've
that
seen
said.
them.
Maybe it was the yellow. It was the yellow Teletubby that said "faggot, faggot" in the butthole.
Yeah.
It was the. It was.
No.
I'm sorry, Furbies. I cast a wrong. It was the Teletubbies. It was the yellow Teletubby.
I have a whole theory about Teletubby World. Do you know the sun's only out for half an hour at a time?
Oh
Every day?
Christ!
That's sad. No, but if you ever have the time, look up Boobas. They're the scariest shit. I had to
I've
watch it with my
seen
little
them.
cousins, and they had the little plushies of them, and they moved their eyes, and it was like,
Of course,
That is
Jake is
the
single.
devil.
They look like babies, but like in different colors.
and they're fluffy, and their eyes like flick back and forth, and they're scary.
Yeah.
Like no shit, they look at you, and it's the scariest shit.
That is creepy.
I'm
that-
waiting for another toy like that to come out. I really am, and I'm like, because I remember looking at it. It's like my cousin loved it, and she was adorable, and it was like, oh, it's adorable when she holds it, but then
Oh,
it looks at the robot eyes.
Give
And
me,
it's like,
give me 1 second. I'll show you something I got last year. Speaking of creepy.
Oh shit!
Oh, God.
Oh, guys,
Oh, no.
which one is this? Is this the sandwich? What is this
I
gonna
am very
be?
worried.
You just never
I am
know.
very.
It might be overly racist Obama. We never know. Oh, it's little ugly ass Jeff. Oh, it's the
Hold on, I haven't caught up in the stream yet. I'm scared.
it's
I'm
just look
terrified.
on Skype. You should be able to see on Skype.
I don't have.
Yeah.
I turned off. I rejected the video thing. So.
Oh,
Little Jeff.
little ugly ass Jeff.
Hello. Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
You know, Tommy actually thought that I went out and spent money to get a puppet made of him.
Oh, really?
He was, is that supposed to be me? And let me tell you something. No,
Wait,
it's not. It's
hold
not
up.
all about you.
He,
Isn't that the little Jeff Dunham doll? Isn't that
yes,
the
little
Yeah.
ugly ass
Yeah.
Jeff. Yeah, it's exactly what
You
it is.
don't
Little Jeff.
understand how much I love him. He and I share a birthday. I love that guy.
I used to love Jeff Dunham. He like in the last few years, he's gotten less funny to me.
He's
Boring now.
Yes.
He's not like his gimmick is not there anymore because there are more ventriloquist comedians coming out now.
Well, it's not just that there's more, because Jeff Dunham's been doing this for almost 40 years. He's been doing this a long, long time. People forget how long.
I don't know
he's
if
been
you
doing
know. I don't know if you know April Bruckner. If you've heard of her.
it. I've had her on this very show, Jake.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, it's telling Sparky.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've heard the name. I've never. Like,
She's
she's
actually, I had her on the show. She's actually a good friend of mine. She's a pretty big, kind of like C-list celebrity.
she's blonde and a bit older, isn't she? Or
Yeah, she got famous because she got remotely famous because she basically told her boyfriend to go fuck when he said it's either the puppets or me, because she like spends like something ridiculous like $40K a year on puppets or some crazy shit.
She
it's
doesn't.
nuts.
It's not that much.
It's a lot. It's a hell of a lot.
It's a lot to spend on puppets.
I know it's 5 figures. I think it was 10K. I think it was something ridiculous.
It was something. Yeah. It's not like I go. All right, puppets. I'll see you later. and I just closed the door and he just stayed.
But
Yeah,
you
I
know
don't
how
know.
expensive those kind of like puppets are to make, right?
well, it's clothing
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
She buys
I have,
clothing for him and stuff. It's,
Well, no, it's not just that. It's like the actual materials to make those
Oh,
puppets
sure.
like actually a thing.
Oh,
They go.
Jake, no, not. He's
This is
about to
my-
be ousted from the White House, and now you're bringing racist Obama on here.
Racist Obama.
Oh fuck!
Why? Just why?
Jesus, it looks like an old. It
I
looks
have-
like a really bad Uncle Ben's commercial.
Well, hello there. How's been the president?
Oh my god!
Why does that exist? Why do you have that?
I saw it on eBay. I had to get it. It was $50 well spent.
$50. It looks like a fucked up California raisin. Remember the dun, 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 dun.
You know what the best part is?
It looks like Obama and fucking Bill Cosby had a baby. Oh my god!
You see, yeah, it could be either or.
They really could.
But you see, like his head's a different shade of black. Then look at the hand.
Oh wow, he's got the Michael Jackson syndrome.
Completely
Fuck.
It's Michael Jackson syndrome going on there.
Yeah,
This-
he's
oh my God.
revitiligo. It is my
You spent
favorite.
$50. $50
I spent-
on a blackface Obama doll. All right.
Yes, I sure did.
Oh my god.
And then I have my original one. His Paul. He's been on Shot from the Point quite a few times.
Oh my.
Just I
worry
no.
so
Is
much
this-
now.
Oh,
Dave, I'm
Christ.
sorry.
You should be worried. This is Jake's Down syndrome puppet. And
Yeah.
Jesus fucking
I
Christ.
have red hair.
So many fucking puppets.
I do. Oh, and I also have a sandwich puppet.
He does have a, which should not surprise anybody right now. And yes, he has tried to eat it. That is happening.
Great.
It kind of smells. I don't know why. Second I opened it up, it just smelled.
Like of pastrami?
Like I don't know. It's like glue, and it still smells that way.
Holy shit. That's
It's
probably
Strong ass
not good.
glue.
Sparksy, I appreciate you calling. You got any
Yeah,
last Christmas toys, anything you want to throw out there before we get you up out of here? Tell people where they can find you as well to get those wonderful drawings that you do on the old interwebs.
Yeah, of course. I would say like toy wise, the NES is probably gonna be gone. I know over at the Best Buy that I work for most of the time, they're already sold out of all their pre-orders. They're gone. That's just a thing that's happening right now. So that's completely gone, as well as every copy of Pokemon. So that's a big thing too.
You can buy it digitally. It doesn't even matter anymore. You can buy it digitally.
I know, but it's just like most people don't even like digital copies of like Nintendo games just because if you lose the system, it's gone. So
That's
it's
true.
just
Good
like
point. Good point.
yeah.
That's why you work at Best Buy and I don't.
No, and if you guys want to contact me for any pictures and whatnot, Jake, you too. My my description, my link to my Twitter is down in the description below for this little show and everything. I'm sorry, I don't like talking. Just show up, DM me, ask me about stuff, and we can work something out. Yeah.
SparxyDriod on the Twitter. Make sure you go check her out. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye.
Bye. That was very cordial.
If you ask me, that's Sparky. She's full of baloney. Ah,
I wish you would have been on camera. It's like we need something attractive on this show, Jake. You're not doing it anymore. We both shaved too.
That's why I didn't shave.
No, but I mean, like, neither one of us have the beards that we once had on this show. Neither one of us have it now.
I have a sandwich puppet.
Oh, Christ.
I said that she's full of baloney. You see what I did there?
Yes, fantastic, Jake.
That's fantastic sandwich puns.
Who doesn't like a delicatessen fucking joke? Jesus Christ. Let's take another call before I fucking just kill myself right on air. Gun Cannon, another guy who has been doing a lot of amazing work for me as of late, really picking up the slack and making sure I have amazing graphics. That's Gun Cannon. And before we get started, what's that new graphics design company you've started up?
The new graphics design is Iron Knight Graphics.
Iron Knight Graphics. That's it. I gotta admit, it sounds like it could be a racist company. I don't Iron Knights. I don't know why. It just I automatically go there. But still, I'm not gonna. I reserve judgment. What you got for us, Gun Cannon? What's your favorite Christmas toy of all time?
Well, I had a lot of them. I won't lie, but I've got to say the best. Actually, not remotely, but the best toy that I got was the original Voltron set, All of the Lions.
Oh, nice.
That's.
We're not talking. Yeah, not the plastics. These were the actual die cast because my little sister threw one of them and it didn't break. It was nice.
Yes, you could chuck those at people and we're talking concussion time, man. They don't make things out of metal anymore. Everybody's gonna get hurt.
Nope.
Yeah, I know. Well, if you're, the old Tonka trucks. Yeah,
Slinkies, man. We're running Slinkies would give you fucking like rabies and shit. It was wonderful.
Worried that you were going to wrap them around your little sister's head and choke her out. But
it's not as great as what rolls downstairs and over your chairs, rolls over your neighbor's dogs. If it's on your back, it's great for a snack. It's log. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's big. It's big. It's heavy. It's wood.
You know what? It's better than bad.
It's better than. It's good. That's right.
What else you got for us, Gun?
I mean, other than that, I grew up right in that time frame of when the original G1 Transformers were first in America and all of those. I mean, there are things that I look at and go, man, why the hell didn't I keep those? Because I'd be freaking rolling in money,
right?
But no, I've been listening to everything. I've also been keeping an eye on all the sales and everything that's been going on here, and who the hell would come up with, hey, let's stick a Furby in an egg and we're going to make you take forever to open the damn thing to play with it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's just like anything animal.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jake.
Pillow pets were big, if you remember that.
God. Oh, was it a couple of years ago? There was this Juju thing. Remember that shit?
Oh, the fucking hamsters.
Yeah, that was big.
Yeah.
That was just a few years ago. That was like 2009 or some shit.
Yeah.
These things always sell. They just do.
And now you see them at like $5 below for
Yeah.
Just sitting there.
Just sitting there.
Well, what was it? I think it was like 2 years ago. It was the little stuffed toy that had an audio mechanism in it, and when you squeezed it, its mouth opened. It looked like it was one of those hair tie mouths, and it sang
the zoop,
and it went.
Yes, harmonizing fucking, those are great. I have some of those here.
I remember when they were out in the store and some friends of mine and I went into a Walmart and we got a whole bunch of them together and I can't remember what aisle, and we just literally like tackled a whole bunch of them at the same time. You'd think we were killing a choir.
I think everybody did that because it was magical. It was this harmony. They all harmonized, man. It was fucking great.
You You had a tenor. You had,
Yeah.
you know.
I used to do that and like do the Little Shop of Horrors thing. Well, I'm a mean green mother from outer space, and I'm bad. Mean green man. Sorry, I love that movie.
Did I ever tell you this? I got kicked out of Kmart.
Oh shit, Jake, keep him talking. I gotta go let this stupid fucking cat out before he tears up the goddamn carpet.
Okay.
Fucking cat.
This is kind of on the same topic. Gun Cannon, you can hang out.
That's cool.
The same topic kind of. There was a Kmart. I don't know if Kmart's a regional thing, but it's like a Walmart kind of, but you know, it's Kmart. But anyway,
no, we have Kmart's here. Well,
okay,
the last one's actually, yeah.
They're like few and far between now. But this one was going out of business, and they had a karaoke machine set up on display. And the CD they had for karaoke was kind of scratched up, and the only song that worked on it was Aerosmith's "Don't Want to Miss a Thing," the soundtrack from Armageddon. So I must have sang this song horribly, might I add, like 3 or 4 times, and I had to fucking
stay awake just to hear you breathing.
I would go, the sweetest thing you'll ever do. I started to
watch you smile while you are sleeping. Wondering if it's me you're seeing, and I kiss your eyes, and thank God we're together. Yeah. Fuck.
All right.
I'll do it, Jake. You don't want any of this, dude.
No. Okay.
I'm sorry. I heard that song and I had to do it.
I'm doing it horribly.
I do it great, though.
And thank you, Dave. And all of a sudden, the guys are laughing, and then I hear an old lady go, "You think that's funny? That's not funny." And then all of a sudden, the lady goes up to them, and the guy comes over that works there. He's like, "Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I think you're fucking hysterical. But you gotta stop." Because I had a lady come up to me and say, "That's not funny," and she's gonna call our corporate office and tell them about it. I'm like, "Dude, man, I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm sorry." He said, "Dude, I could give a fuck less. We're closing like in 2 weeks. I don't give a shit what you do. I just chill out, you know." So yeah, so it's just the sweetest thing I'll ever do. And I don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, you do it pretty badly. Yeah, that's true. You weren't lying.
I find it funny that it's an elderly woman that was upset about it. like she's this huge Aerosmith fan.
Right. You don't know Steven Tyler. I blew him. Yeah, I saw that fucking movie 17 times in the theater when I was a kid.
What, Armageddon?
Yeah. I really liked it. I don't know, man. I fucking loved it. I thought it was like the best thing ever when I was a kid. I was a kid. I had to be in 7th grade when it came out. I was ditching school to go and watch it, and we had this really great theater. We had this really great theater, and you pay once, and then you would just stay there the entire day. I just sat in the theater, watched it like 5 times on the same day. I fucking lost my...
the creepy fucking kid who just wants to watch Armageddon.
I just wanted to watch Armageddon. It's all I wanted to do, man. It's like, that was it.
It's like, oh, God. They started calling you like Armageddon Arnie or something.
I mean, like, fucking...
you like, that became your thing. You were Dave, slightly chubby, and really like.
You know what? I wasn't chubby back then. By the way, I didn't start getting fatter. Well, I got fat for a little while when I was a kid, and then I got unfat for a while, and then I got fat again, and then unfat again, and now I'm fat. Got to get the timeline right.
Wow,
it's important. But yes, I actually like that goddamn. I don't like it anymore because it is fucking horrible. But for one summer, I did. 17 times I watched it in the theater. We're talking, that's like almost 40 hours of sitting in the theater and watching Armageddon.
Well, there's a movie that I saw like quite a few times that I probably shouldn't have seen that many times. And that was The Ringer.
That's a great fucking flick.
I know.
That's a good movie.
But I saw it 4 times in one weekend.
When the fuck did we get ice cream? That's a great movie.
It's a great movie, but not like to the point where, well, I think I'm gonna see this one again.
I do that all the time though with weird
Like
shit.
I went with like one girl, and then I went with a friend, and I think I went by myself first, then I went with a friend, then I went with one girl, then I went with another girl. You know,
Jesus.
Mac
Now
Daddy
taking
fucking
girls to
hit
that
me.
movie. That's not exactly date night movie. That's a weird one.
Hey,
That's
listen,
weird.
I met two girls that Harold and Kumar go to White Castle during
I'm
that.
sure they had many drugs on them.
No, and then I ruined it because I said my girlfriend's Korean, and my girlfriend wasn't there at the time. But I was like, and now I look back in hindsight, I'm like, why the fuck did I say that?
Totally could have been eating the beef that night.
It could have been a better night.
Could have been a
Why did I
fucking
sabotage
epic night.
myself?
And oddly enough, it probably would have ended at White Castles. So
Actually, yeah, it did. and I did end at White Castle. Yes.
man, I haven't had White Castle in God. I think my mom, she snuck some, or she brought some from the States last time that she came down here, but they were like cold, so they were like 14. It's like a 14-hour flight, so they were like 14 hours old. But I ate them motherfuckers like you wouldn't believe. Like they were ambrosia.
I was gonna say, it's like that's a long flight. Were they still good?
Well, I mean, they
Fucking bomb sniffing dogs are going nuts because all they smell is grilled onions.
Yeah, calm down. It's just sliders, everybody. Just sliders. Calm down.
Get my kids sliders.
Hey, Guncat, you got anything else for us, buddy?
No, that was it. I just thought I'd kind of chime in on the old toys coming out and toys that I got when I was a kid. So,
Fair enough. Fair
Toys
enough. Hey, I
coming.
appreciate it, Gun. Take it
not
easy.
a
buddy.
problem. You too.
If for no other reason, that call was a success because he got both of us to tell stories where we sang "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing."
And that we found out you were a creepy guy that went to the theater to see the same movie 17 times in a row.
I did, and I enjoyed it, and I'm proud of that shit. You know what else I'm proud of? Speaking of
What?
bad movies, it's not a bad movie, by the way. I'm going to tell everybody right now something, man. You know what? You might not want to believe me, and you're going to fight against it. I'm going to get called all kinds of names. Spice World is the most underrated movie of all time. Spice World is fantastic. It is a comedic masterpiece. Masterpiece.
All right, maybe I'll give you a I mean, you have Meatloaf and Richard O'Brien in it. So
Everybody's in
there's
this fucking movie.
definitely
Goddamn.
a Rocky Horror reference.
Everybody's in this flick, dude. Fucking Roger Moore's in the movie. There's all these great fucking people in this movie, and there is the one of the most evil bad guys of all times, Kevin McMackford. Okay, well, I'm talking like up there with Bighorn Guy, The Darkness from Legend, and fucking Pennywise. Both fucking what's his name? Characters, by the way.
Tim Curry
characters, both of them. But I'm telling you, this guy was so evil that he made it rain inside of his office. That's fucking evil. He got so upset that it would thunderstorm inside of his office. That movie's fantastic, man. It's so funny, and considering none of them girls had a lick of fucking talent outside of being able to shake around a little bit and somewhat harmonize, they were fucking brilliant. Elton John's in that movie. Don't judge me. It's a great flick.
You've been judged. You're being
I am.
judged in the chat right.
I can
in
see
the chat
it.
right now.
The chat is
Yeah.
judging me. That's all right. You know,
That's
you
right.
notice how many women we have in the chat tonight? We
I know.
lot.
What is this?
I bring in the women. What can I say?
We got a Sarah. We have a Terry. We have a Sparks.
Lurking Ion. That's also a woman as well. That's Dr. Ion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I actually just became friends with. I didn't know. I saw that they liked something I did, and I was hey, I'll follow you. And yeah.
You know why they like us, Jake? They like us because we're non-threatening, chubby guys. That's why they like us. We don't threaten
You know,
anybody.
we should call I know we're both married, but we should call this show the Friend Zone.
The friends. It's exactly right. Oh my god, my virginity is growing back, and it's not funny.
Why can't I just find guys like you that we should name the show?
You can. We're right here, people. We're right here. We've always been here.
I should call it Jake and Dave's adolescence.
There you go. Jake, what else is going on? I know there's a few other stories that you wanted to get to before we get out of here. I know there's a Simpsons-related story.
There's 2 Simpsons-related stories, but I'll start with the one about the Great One himself, since this is a channel fueled off of original Hockey Channel.
Well, not exactly. Wait, no, that's not 100% true, but I'll let you go with that.
No,
I'll let you. No, I'm not fueled off of fucking Tommy C. Wait a second, God damn it! No, I'm an original creation, Jake. I don't appreciate that. You're minimizing me.
Our sister station.
There you go.
Network.
Our sister show.
So
I just torpedoed it, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm just reading some of this stuff in the chat.
That's right. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Jake and Dave are my friends for life.
For life. But yes, Wayne Gretzky is making his way onto the Simpsons.
The Great One is going to be lending his voice to the Simpsons. Shockingly, he is the first hockey player to ever lend his voice to the Simpsons.
No.
So over 600 episodes, he's the first one.
There was no hockey players in that hockey episode that they did?
Nope. Gordie Howe's been mentioned in, the one where Bart catfishes Mrs. Krabappel.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But other than that, it's Wayne Gretzky's going to be the first on December 4th.
Oh, wow.
And so that's pretty big.
That's the one to have.
Yeah, out of everybody to have. I mean, obviously you can't have Gordy anymore.
No, he's very dead.
Yeah, and I know a lot of big celebrities. Obviously, the softball episode had everyone and anyone.
Oh, God. Definitely top 5 episode of all time.
Yeah,
definitely top 5 episode.
You also had Joe Namath in the one episode.
That's right. Joe Namath was there.
Mike Scioscia.
I want to say George Foreman's been on an episode or 2.
Yeah, Mike Scioscia's been.
Yeah, he was on that baseball episode.
Yeah. No, he was in a different baseball episode.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. He was.
When Lisa was coaching the team and using the sabermetrics and stuff.
Yeah. Advanced scouting. Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that and just there's I think George Foreman, like you said. Shockingly, Mike Tyson never been, but they had the Drederick
Tatum. Yeah, Drederick Tatum.
So and. So this is a big deal in the hockey community and also the Simpsons community. I look forward to seeing this just because it's the Great One, and he's going to go on possibly one of the greatest animated series of all time.
Well, okay, it's one of the longest running, but it has a lot more good years than bad.
No,
I don't agree with that. I think we are now at that threshold where there are now more bad seasons than good seasons. I think we have passed that threshold. It's really bad. Look, it's bad when I do not laugh once during Treehouse of Horror. Not one time. I was so pissed off. I actually left that episode angry. I have never done that. I didn't like last year's either, but this one I really fucking hated. I
said it before. I kind of feel like with The Simpsons, I watch it just based out of necessity.
Habit, yeah.
Yeah, habit, and just because I feel bad if I don't watch it now.
Yeah, I
feel like
have that
I don't
problem.
want it I don't want to see it go.
I do. It's time. Even though
it's so hard. It's so hard to say goodbye to something
that
has
been a part
of.
To say goodbye to Ned Flanders. Yet another Simpsons story.
Great tie-in, bravo!
Isn't that good? That's why I get paid the big bucks.
You get the segue. There is a band, yes, a Simpsons band out there. They're a metal band.
Yes, they are.
They are called the Oakley Dokleys. They, I know we can't play their stuff on here.
Unfortunately, no.
But if you do check them out, they do have a video now, and it's called White Wine Spritzer. and they all dress up as Ned Flanders, and every single song is in reference to a Ned Flanders reference.
That's too good. That's too good.
So yeah,
Simpsons have had some really good musical moments. You know, like there are like Family Guy has kind of been known a little bit more for like the epic musical moments. Bob Burgers now is becoming one of those where there's a lot of musical stuff.
As like the music on there is just catchy.
So
the only
good.
times
Some
I'm
of it's
singing,
really good.
They'll say, "Oh, Topsy at my
Topsy." Or how about BM in the PM? She takes a BM in the PM. Not number one, but number two. The potpourri for you and me, yeah. I fucking love it, dude.
We couldn't make it because we had a prior engagement, but it's at a theater not too far away, like in Pennsylvania. They had Bob's Burgers live, where it was the cast.
Oh, I know. I've watched that on the online, dude. That's so amazing.
I could not. I was so fucking pissed.
It's so
I wanted to go to that so bad.
But there's been a lot of like shows that have done some great musical stuff, but the Simpsons don't get enough credit for the musical moments that they've had. There's been a lot, man. I just watched that Mary Poppins spoof episode. I watched that for the first time in a long time today. That is a fantastic episode. Oh, yeah. God, that's a good episode. So many good singable songs in there. It's just I love The Simpsons too. Don't get me wrong, but it's time to go. It's like it's done.
I don't know.
We do have a third Simpsons story, believe it or not. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but the latest couch gag has been released, because now they're releasing couch gags a week before the show comes out. And this is not a Halloween one or anything, but in this couch gag, all the members of The Simpsons, except Bart Simpson, fucking dies. And they die in different ways. And really? Bart ends up on the couch with the remote for the first time ever in the history of The Simpsons. Bart gets to hit the remote to turn on the TV.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. That's pretty morbid. They get really fucking... They did like one with like a Korean animation studio couch gag. It got really like... it got a little bit depressing.
Yeah, it can be.
I like the Adventure Time one was cool.
The Adventure Time one was cool. I like that one. They've done some really good ones, but it's it's 600 some odd episodes, 602 episodes now.
By the way, on FX they're going to be playing all of them throughout
again. They did that.
Weekend.
They're going to do it again.
They're going to do it again. Yeah, why not?
Oh fuck, man. Because why? Because why?
Because it's The Simpsons. They can do whatever the fuck I want.
I guess so.
You know,
the funny thing is, there's not a lot of Thanksgiving episodes. There's just not.
There's only you're right.
Which is unfortunate.
Because I kind of think it's like when you think about it, the Treehouse of Horrors and stuff always had to come on later because of baseball and stuff. So maybe that's why. And a lot of shows always like to take breaks during the holidays. But
not a lot of people like do Thanksgiving episodes. Like probably the most famous one is the Cheers Thanksgiving episode, which is one of the best fucking episodes in television history. If you have not seen the Cheers Thanksgiving episode where they end up having a food fight at the end of it, it's so good. It's such good television. It's, oh my God, it's amazing. But Bob's Burgers has become big for Thanksgiving episodes. So I'm looking forward to this year's.
Definitely. Then because I like the one where Bob was he had to get to throw the turkey in the toilet, and he had to go back. Ding.
Oh, what's that sound? It's the gravy boat coming around.
The greatest thing about that show is the gender bending. How you have a fucking Dan Mertz and Dan Mertz and fucking what's his
I can't remember the other one.
And whoever does Linda. All of our fucking guys that do those voices.
He does. The guy who does Linda also does most of the music. He does like almost all the singing stuff. He does all that. He's super talented.
Here's another reason I love that show is because it is projected that show does take place in New Jersey.
Massachusetts, I always thought.
I think it's New Jersey. It's because of
Really?
the accent, and when they're the one episode where they're going to Florida, they show them leaving from New Jersey.
Yeah, I would have swore that they've said this from Massachusetts. Teddy is clearly Boston. Teddy is Boston. Blah.
Oh, yeah.
He is clearly fucking Boston.
It could be.
Wait, no, it's got to be fucking somewhere in Massachusetts. It's a lobster town, remember? Lobster Fest. They don't have Lobster Fest in fucking New Jersey.
Yeah, Clam Fest.
That's a different thing altogether. Jake, Jake, are you watching anything on television or movies? Anything you want to tell people what you're watching?
Oh God, I've been really into some of the music. I know I'm probably a little bit late to the game, but Donald Glover. I don't know if you remember this from the show Community.
Oh, no,
he's a rapper.
I hated Community. I really did.
But the black kid from Community, he was a comic. He's actually a rapper. And he's really good. Childish Gambino.
Really, that's a name.
Yeah,
that's a good name. Childish Gambino. I like that.
Yeah, he's good, and I was shocked. And I'm like, holy shit.
That's a music pick.
Yeah, it's good.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, and just also like another rapper kind of in the same genre as Lil Dicky. If you guys want to check them out.
They're amazing names. Amazing names.
Lil Dicky started out as he was getting into stand-up, and then he wanted to try hip-hop and stuff, and he kind of like he has a very it's like kind of comedy, but the guy kills it.
Huh.
Like he has an album out. It's called Professional Rapper, and
there you go.
Like he's a Richmond graduate, like a Jewish kid from like the suburbs of Philly, and he gave up like a 9-to-5 job. He's like he wanted to do comedy, but then he started like doing this whole rap thing, and he just fucking blew up.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So check him out.
Yeah.
You guys.
I've got one more thing for you.
Okay.
I watched something today that was the big thing of the summer. I watched one of the biggest movies of the year today. Finally got to see it. I watched Suicide Squad today.
I have not watched it yet.
I finally watched it today.
What did you think?
It is a fucking awful movie. Now,
it is.
Let me start there. It's not a good movie. It makes very fucking little sense. It's one of the most nonsensical. And this is, remember, I'm coming at this from a context of fucking superhero movies that never make sense. But this really is nonsense. The whole premise is fucking stupid. The fucked up thing about it is they feel like everybody should know what the Suicide Squad was and everything. So they decided not to give enough backstory to make anything matter. And it was almost a backdoor Harley Quinn fucking Joker. I saw the extended cut, by the way. 2 hours of this shit. But here's the thing. It's a terrible, terrible movie. But fuck did I enjoy it. It's so frivolously.
It's that bad that it's.
It's not. Okay. It's not that it's that bad. It's good. It's so frivolously fun. Like you're watching it and like even. They do so many stupid things in it that just don't make sense, that don't need to be there.
The way you're describing it is how I thought of the movie Pixels.
It's exactly what it is, Jake.
Yes.
I agree with you on that, too. It's a terrible fucking movie, but there's something that is inherently fucking entertaining about it. And
Pixels is like the type of movie that Mystery Science Theater 3000 would make fun of.
Yes, absolutely. Which is coming back, by the way, Mystery Science
Theater.
Yeah. I cannot fucking wait for. Oh, my God. But it's crazy. They try one of the things that I really hate that they did in this movie is they tried to make all of the fucking villains that are in this task force relatable and redeemable and lovable. And they're, if you know the comic books, they're just not. They're not. None of them. It's just like it almost gets aggravating at one point.
Now there was a rumor that Harley Quinn costume was very popular this year for Halloween.
Supposed to be, but I guarantee it
Yeah,
wasn't the
it
same
was.
fucking shorts that she wore in that movie. Because I got news for you. That was a goddamn G-string. That thing was up the butt crack. And God bless her for it.
By the way, I don't know if people could tell that I'm being sarcastic when I say half the shit I say.
You do have a way of talking where people just aren't sure all the time.
Yeah, people think I'm stupid and I don't understand things. My favorite thing is I've been saying like the whole time during the election, man, I can't believe nobody on Facebook is talking about this election. And people are like, well, that's because we're all sick of it. I'm like,
Wow, they didn't get it. Just fucking flew right over their head.
Some people did.
As Jeff Dunham would say, "Meow."
It would have been a good time for me to grab my.
It would have been a great time, but
it would have been great, but I didn't feel like
Where
it.
are your goalie fucking reflexes, Jake? You should be able to grab that thing.
You know what? I thought about it when you said it, but I'm like, I don't feel like it.
You
right
should have
now.
been able to grab it while doing the splits,
Nope.
Jake. I'm very disappointed in you.
I could grab the Obama puppet.
No. Oh God, Jesse Jackson's coming for us. All right, well, I think that we have about we've fucked this horse pretty properly tonight.
That's right. Yeah.
I think we've gotten about everything that we could.
I'm getting a lot of Jake. Yours LC is saying thinks that I'm a virgin, and
It's funny. I have to say I have a lot of respect for Dave and his positivity towards life. If you're listening to the words that I say and you're getting a lot of positivity out of it, I don't think you're listening correctly.
that's right. Dave is not Joel Osteen.
No. Look, I'm fair, but I'm kind of a contrarian. I'm a little bit of a fucking dick. I kind of sour on most things. I kind of think everything is going to go bad. I'm waiting for my heart attack to happen. I don't know. It's pretty fucking weird. It's strange stuff. But hey, I appreciate everybody being here, man, having a good time with us on Nerd and the Jerk, the bi-weekly bromance that is Nerd and
Oh,
the
by the way,
Jerk.
that's one thing I wanted to talk to you. There's something I heard about on the news. I want to know if you heard about it.
Uh-oh.
It's called bromosexuals.
I've heard the term.
I was so shocked by this. I started like it's apparently when a straight friend and a gay friend are like best friends and are like buddy. It's like something like, so can't that just be your friend? Why do we have to like label it?
Everything has to be labeled. The funny thing is, I've been using that term for a long time. I've called people bromosexual before. Like I use Bromosaurus Rex. I use all kinds of different ones. I'm a mastery of the bro language. I love it. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Brosif.
Brosif.
We see like the guy who throw a few brosifs.
I don't think I've thrown a lot of brosifs out there. I'm more of a dude guy than a bro guy, to be completely honest. I use dude a lot. I'm a dude. I'm a dude guy, but I get dude. All right, kids. I hope you guys had a fun time on this episode of Nerd and the Jerk. Jake, I appreciate you more than anybody else, man, because even on shows where we don't have a whole hell of a lot to talk about, you gave me an hour and a half of fucking greatness. We had a great show tonight. This is a lot of fun.
That's right.
Hour and 40 minutes.
The fun will continue this weekend when we get to plugs.
That's right. We are at the plugs. Jake, you have something going on this weekend.
Oh, yes. I will be making a return back to the show that started this all.
That's right.
I will be coming on in to fill in for and take his job for I won't take his job for Real Talk. I will be on the Shot from the Point show live this Sunday at 3:00. So you guys are fans, which I'm sure most of you are. I will be on Shot from the Point.
See, the thing is, you're not taking Jay's job this week. You're taking my fucking job. I've been there for weeks now. I'm putting up with Tommy more than anybody fucking else. And what do I get? Most of the time, not even fucking plugged. But now you're coming in, and Tommy sits me and he's like, hey, Jake says he wants to make a return. You mind having a seat? Not knowing that I had already talked to you about it. I'm like, yeah, man. I get to look like the ultimate team player and shit. I was already planning on asking for the time off anyway. Like, I'm not going to be there. So not asking for time off, letting him know I was not going to be there on Sunday because of how my weekend is. But I'm actually really glad that you're coming back because it's been a while.
No, I mean, things have just fucking blown up.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm very proud of Tommy. There's no jealousy or anything like that.
No, why would there be? It's beneficial.
No. I know some people probably think there is because I left and like 2 or 3 months later he fights with the right people and
calls the right people a fuckhead on camera. And...
And now he's blown up and
almost 30,000 subs.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is, it should be fun. Don't know what we're going to talk about.
You never do. You never fucking know. He'll tell you about 15 minutes before.
What did I said to him? I go, so what YouTube are you fighting with this week?
There's no drama going on right now, man. Tommy had to do 2 phone call-in shows this week. Because there's no drama going on. And YouTube's broken, so the hits are down and stuff. And fucking no one's showing up like they were. It's Tommy's depressed.
You can also check me out on Twitter. Thank you, Terry. You can check me out on Twitter at jakelingcomedy.com. And Facebook. If you guys want to friend me on Facebook, I'm on there. You can watch me do videos of my daughter laughing and stuff.
Yeah, they're cute.
Thank you, Elsie. I respect you. I respect you very much, sir.
Yeah, there you go. You got to respect. Got to have the respect.
I think Elsie's talking to me like I'm retarded.
Well, you're on the scale.
I'm a little bit off the spectrum. Let's just say I'm looking in the window.
If we're imagining autism as a beach, Jake is just in the water, just barely wading in the fucking. His feet are barely touching that sand.
I'm getting my feet wet.
Yeah. No, you're far enough off the beach. You're in the water, but if you stretch your legs out, they're touching the sand underneath those.
Can you imagine if I use that argument? Hey, well, I'm maybe autistic.
Come sub to me because I might be retarded.
Yeah.
The hypothetical retard, Jake Link.
That's right. I should change my Twitter name to hypothetical retard.
Oh, you fucking pay me for that, motherfucker.
Oh,
that's
God,
good
you
stuff.
know what? Oh, wow, that autism joke lurking. I don't know if that's a good wow or a bad wow.
You never know with her. She true dadded me the other day, and I'm still having a hard time coming to grips with that. But it is what it is. Thank you guys for what a way to fucking end the show, right? Thanks a lot for joining us.
I might be autistic. I do have a learning disability.
Yeah, well, that's fucking apparent after this goddamn show.
Yeah, I do have a learning disability, and I've been mistaken for having Down syndrome.
You've also been mistaken for being goddamn Chaz Bono.
Yes, but the one time at church, it was I got my food and I forgot to get my drink. And this one woman comes up behind me, and she goes, "Don't you think you've had enough?" And I looked at her and said, "Excuse me?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were my son." And we went to go sit back down, and I realized her son has Down syndrome.
Yeah, that's right.
And my wife is looking at me laughing, and my mom just looked at him and looked at me and said, "Well, they do have broad shoulders."
That's right. And big tongues.
I would have laughed if my mom said, "Well, they do have an extra chromosome."
Or 2. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you guys for joining us here. We've learned a lot on this episode, and Jake might be retarded, and pray for him. Because as we know, just like the blight of gayness, you can be cured of autism at a camp. So there you go. Thank you very much for joining us right here on Dead on Day Productions on Nerd and the Jerk. We've had a great time. I've enjoyed it. Jake, thank you so much as always, man. You give me the gift that keeps on giving. And no, I'm not talking about the crabs. Thank you very much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. If you want to get all the alerts what's going on the channel, make sure you hit that little fucking alarm button over by the subscribe button. It's there for a reason. Use it, people. Big thank you to Gun Cannon and SparxyDriod, as always, for doing amazing graphics work for us. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have a fucking Jake Link. Yes.
Have an autistic friend.
That's right. We'll see you next time.
Have somebody who might be autistic.
He's so autistic, he's not letting me fucking end the show. We'll see you next time.
I'm obsessed.
Keep it copious, folks. And peace.
That's right.
Hey, Jake, look, Sprite Light.